Morning, everyone. Monday.
Look how tall I am.
October 12th. Yep, she's standing on
What's the weather like up here?
Yeah. So that's the only way we both can fit in the frame. Anyway, good morning. Another day with Gabriel and Christina, and we are here to report some updates. Yesterday was very productive, but unfortunately DoorDash did not work for us. In 6 hours we made roughly $38, which boils down to a little bit
like
over $6 an hour. Not very productive.
Productive.
And we also had that's gross. If we factor in the car depreciation, gas, and the fact that we had to stop for food because we didn't get any chance to cook or do anything, we probably lost around about
We took
$20.
sandwiches and stuff, but it wasn't enough for the whole 6 hours.
No, it wasn't. Today we're hoping we'll have a better day. We're up and about early. We're going for a walk right now just to get the day started.
You wanted to talk a little bit about DoorDash real quick.
Oh, that's the thing, you know, like don't always believe everything you see on YouTube. Try it for yourself.
Where they're like, I made $8,000 in 1 month.
Yeah, this whole thing, like maybe they did it, most probably they didn't. You know, the whole thing with food delivery, very skeptical about it.
But that was just the first day. Like yesterday we wasted a lot of time traveling like 20 minutes just to deliver something, or 30 minutes to deliver something, and then sometimes waiting 30 minutes, 45 minutes, even an hour. We waited an hour
At McDonald's
last night.
Just in the drive-thru.
At like 10:30 at night.
Yep.
Just in the drive-thru.
Yep.
So that was just time and money wasted.
Yeah. Today we'll try Postmates. We'll see what happens. Also, it might be that we are going about it wrong, as in working at night instead of working at day.
From 6 to 12.
Yeah, maybe if we catch breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
I think we'll have a better experience. Obviously, we'll have to.
We'll try one day that we'll do that. But for now, it doesn't look like something that can actually end up paying for our courses. But we'll try different things and we'll keep reporting. Today we have a meeting with another EXP realtor. We found his
business card at one of our favorite restaurants, Mexican restaurants.
And we'll be doing Postmates today, like I said. So anyway, we'll keep you updated and stick around. Don't forget to subscribe. Hi.
We were like, we saw your name, and I was like, Jorge, like just instantly. I'm Espinosa. So I'm like, Jorge. But then when I called you, and you're like, George. And I was like, oh, snap. Get in the mindset of George. And he's been calling you Jorge like all week. And I'm like, stop it.
I'm so used to everybody calling me George. Like, I grew up with everybody calling me George. So I call myself George, but my name is Jorge.
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Hey, guys. We're here with George and Mark.
Mario.
Sorry, we met Mark. Mario for EXP, and we're asking some questions, and they are doing fabulous on answering. So can we keep going?
Yeah, sure. Right
Okay.
on.
I'm here as well, but there's not enough space in the frame, so.
So the life that you guys have with the real estate, are you guys like 24/7, or how do you balance your work and your life schedules and all that stuff?
I'll let him answer first.
Well, I mean, it's definitely busy, and especially at the beginning, once you're starting real estate, like you want to stay
put your
busy.
name out there.
So, I mean, for me personally, at the beginning, it's been very, very busy. Like I try and do real estate as much as I can throughout the day. I mean, it's at the beginning you have to get your name out there. People don't know you yet. People don't know that you're in real estate or whatnot. So you have to build that brand first. So, I mean, that's something that I've worked on this entire year, is building that brand to where, like, people know, who I am now and what I do and whatnot. Yeah. So, I think for him, it might be a little bit different now that he's been in there for 4 years now. But at the beginning, yes, it's going to be busy. It's something that you have to put the time in to be successful in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted him to answer first. So that was with me when I first started. It was every day, all day, answering calls, posting, trying to lead generate, try to get business, because you got to get your name out there. And there's a book, it's called Success Faster. Read it or do Audible, and that's what it says. The faster you get to success is the more you're grinding right now. Worry about the leads, getting business, finding business, getting leads, and then everything else is going to come. Now the good thing about us is we're going to be there once you have that lead. We're going to be there once you need that support. But now my schedule is I'm usually Monday through Friday, Saturdays appointments, and I check out about 5:30 to 6, and then it's family time for me. I have 3 kiddos. And Sundays is rare. If I have clients where yesterday they're coming in out of town, I'll show them on Sundays. But usually Monday through Friday and Saturdays appointments.
Yeah. So as a mentor, what's your mentoring style like?
Oh, I'm hands-on. I love it. I mean, it's funny because I got into real estate to help people buy and sell, right? And it's an amazing feeling. Like, I love seeing that. I love seeing the accomplishment. But something that I've learned along the way with EXP is seeing their lives change. So seeing where you go from a day job, where you go from being broke, where you go from struggling to having a career, to having money in the bank, to changing your family's lives, to being able to do things that you weren't able to do before. That's one thing that's changed on my aspect and my point of view. And we're really hands-on when it comes to mentoring. We have an organization that we've created, and everybody's in there. So we talk, I don't know lie, man, we talk, right now it's messaging, we talk every day at all times of day, and it's if you have a question, you send it to the group chat and somebody's going to help. So it's not always just me, like if you're assigned to me as a mentee, it's going to be me, him, like all of us, not just, oh, you know what, you're with Mario, we're not going to help you because Mario's your mentor. No, we help each other out. So now the good thing about it too is if you bring somebody on, we're going to help them the same way we're helping you. That way it's not just on you and you get weight off your back. But we're hands-on. We do Zoom calls Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes Fridays. So that helps out a lot, and it's different topics. So we'll throw it out there and, hey, what are y'all struggling with today? I think this week is scripts is what they're doing. So it's just depending on what you want to do, but we're pretty hands-on on everything.
So if we were to go with y'all, what do you expect or need from us as a mentee to be successful?
Well, you're all in.
Availability.
And he's a big example of it. So, like I said,
not just inside.
But like mentality and hustler wise. So I'm big with the builders. Like I want to say 75 to 80% of my business is new builds. So I'll send it to the group chat. Hey, a builder wants us to sit in for them. Who can sit in? You see the opportunity, jump on it. I would send it, and there's a lot of agents that are like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm shy. I can't do it. So on and so on. He would jump on every opportunity.
That's how I got my very first sale. Was that like that? He posted it. He messaged me. He's like, hey, do you want to go sit in with a builder? And I'm like, what's a sit in? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
what
I just joined. I think you were
I just started. So. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, well, you're gonna go. You're gonna sit in. There's not gonna be nobody else but you. But you know, when clients come in, if they don't have a realtor, you're gonna talk to them and whatnot. And if they want to buy there, good. If not, if they want to buy somewhere else, like you're gonna help them. And I was like, well, I've never done it, but yep, I'm in. Let's do it. You know, and I
think
went.
At that time, I was super busy, or something was going on that I couldn't make it. And I was like, I have my phone with me. You have an answer, call me, or you have a question, call me. We'll knock it out. But just stay there, walk the model home. There's going to be papers there for you to get their information, like things like that. So jump on the opportunity. Classes, we're big on classes, and I'll tell the agents, like, hey, we're having a class today. If you're not, like, for example, tonight we're having a class with our broker on how to make $350,000 a year. And I'll tell the agents, if you're not making $350, you need to be on this call. If you're making over $350, it's acceptable. If not, be on the call. There's so many trainings, there's so many classes that will help you. A lot of us are already doing it, but we want y'all's, how can I say it? We want you to be in so you can be successful the faster you do it.
We have an amazing broker, by the way. Rick Tankersley from EXP.
He's awesome. So he's having a class tonight, and all we ask is for you to be all in. If there's something wrong, let us know. If you need help on something, let us know.
It's going to be on the world, right?
It's a Zoom call.
It's a Zoom call?
Yeah.
Maybe we can...
Yeah, we can send you a link.
We can have them join.
Yep.
You guys can go in there and take a look at the class.
We can dial in from the phone.
It's at 7.
We'll be delivering some
and then
food,
I can also
We'll just mute and listen.
listen.
And I see that you guys are very like detail oriented, and that's amazing. So I can give you guys access to the EXP world, which is
we actually just we went to an open house on Sunday, but she wasn't there, so I called her and she was like talking to me. She's like, "Do you have a guest pass?" And I was like, "What is that?" And I got on it today. So I was just kind of exploring it today.
Yeah, you can go in there. I mean, that's our bread and butter right there. Like everything that you need is there. Like all the help, all the support, and everything. You just create your little avatar. You walk into one of the rooms, and there's somebody always there ready to talk to you and help you out. The trainings are done there in the auditoriums and everything. And
I was roaming the auditorium today. I was just like looking around. I wasn't really like doing anything. I was just like, holy moly, it's a lot.
Anything you guys would like to tell our followers
or anything
like open right now? It's up to you. Like anything you want to.
For me personally, is just don't give up. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a little rough at the beginning. You might question yourself. You might be like, I don't know if I want to do this, or you know, but just don't give up. Like, it's doable. It's doable. It's like anything else that you do in life. Like, once you start doing it and start, you know, kind of grinding at it and everything, chipping away at it, like, it starts becoming more natural.
Like muscle memory or something.
Exactly.
Like that.
So once you do it once, you're like, okay, I already did this once. I can do it again. And then you do it again, and then you know, stumble on something different. Like, oh, this was different. But then you learn that, and then you go again, and you know, you just kind of learn and kind of grow, and you get to the point where like you're on it, now, and it's just you're like a machine now. You're just like automatically doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know. So just grind it out. Like I really see the potential in you guys. I see you guys can really do really well in this, and I'm excited to see that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really excited to see that.
And for me, I would say, for y'all, for the most part, write down right now when you get home or tomorrow in the morning. Write down why you're doing this.
Okay.
Write down what that big picture is. Write down where you want to be in the next year. Write down where you want to be in the next 5 years, and put it somewhere where you can see it every day.
Yeah.
And when you feel like giving up, just read it again. Read it to her, read it to him. And I think about it, and I was talking to my wife about it yesterday, and it's like 4 years. And if you would have told me the second year that I would have been where I'm at now, going in the fourth year, because the second year I think was the toughest. And I was ready to, I was like, you know what, screw this, I'm out. But if you would have told me, hey, wait, and the next year is going to be completely different, it's going to be amazing, I wouldn't have believed it.
That's when you joined the EXP?
Yeah, so I joined EXP on my second year, and being honest with you, a lot changed.
Yeah.
A lot changed because of the people you're with, because of the culture that's within EXP, and then we started creating our own culture within EXP.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends, but it's like now we got together, like you said, on Saturday, and I'm like, I posted it yesterday, and I was like, man, this is family. Like, this is my EXP family. This is our family. And it goes beyond it. Like, I know if I need something, I might call him before I call my best friend. Like, it's crazy because I talk to him way more than I talk to my best friend. You know what I mean? But it's that. Keep that why in your mind. Never forget about it, and just continue doing it. And once you accomplish that, start seeing other things that motivate you. And always remember them. Always remember that, and just keep going. It's worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
And if you ever need help, or if you ever need anything, we're always here to help. Doesn't matter who, but reach out to somebody then and continue going, and it'll be worth it. So.
Sounds good. Speaking of, are you all open for anybody to reach out to you guys if we leave your contact information?
Do you guys have business cards as well?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't care yet. I get numbers.
Okay.
Absolutely, but I'd like to get your guys' Facebook and stuff so we can get together.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
What's up? It's Tuesday morning, and we
October 13th. Hey, 13's our lucky number.
October 13th. Here we are. We are at Starbucks waiting for our appointment in 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. And then we're going to be meeting with another mentor / agent, Marc. And we're going to put his information below. And we're also going to be recording some or parts of the meeting if he's okay with it. And that's pretty much it. Yesterday was a very productive day. Finally listened to her. We didn't do DoorDash, and we did Postmates instead. And
I've been telling him to do Postmates this whole time. I just had a feeling about Postmates, so we just went over DoorDash and how that happened. And yesterday, Postmates, we at 5:30 met with EXP agent George, and we actually posted a picture on our Instagram. And he also brought along his mentor, Mario. I keep mixing Mario and Mario. Sorry about that, my bad. And we sat with both of them, recorded a little bit of the conversation that y'all just probably actually saw. So that was really, really well. And right after, we started Postmates right when we got in the car. And Postmates was a wonderful experience yesterday. Much better than DoorDash.
It was much faster.
It was like night and day.
Go.
Yeah, we did 11 deliveries, but one of them canceled right when we got to the restaurant. So it ended up being 10 deliveries, and we made
$70.
Yeah, 76.
No, 73, I think. But anyway, we didn't work full 6 hours. We worked around about 5 hours because we started later. So that's not bad at all. Like, that's a little bit over, I think, $10 an hour, which is much better than the $6 an hour that we were doing with DoorDash. So that's hopeful, optimistic. We're going to be doing the same thing again today, and we're going to try and also like fit in some time during the day.
You have a long day today too, as well.
Today we have the meeting with Mark. We still want to go vote after the meeting. Then I have to work with my company, my project management job a little bit.
I had to edit some of the video for the vlog.
And then we have a doctor's appointment for one of the kids, and then we're gonna start doing Postmates again.
Right afterwards.
So another long day. Stay tuned.
Okay guys, we're here with Marc Longoria.
Hi.
He's with EXP, and we met him like last week during an open house. I think we showed that in the video, and so we're here again with him to talk more because we weren't able to fully talk with you a lot when we first met you.
We were busy.
Yeah. It was an awesome house though.
Yeah, it's sold in 2 days.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's under contract.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 days, multiple contracts. Sold above asking price.
Nice.
Wow. Dang, I love it.
Yeah. So how many hours you're working a week on average? I think we kind of covered that too. You want to talk about it again?
It's up to you.
Well, I'll tell you what. That is important because
Year 1 versus year 2. How about that? We didn't really go into.
It didn't change.
Oh, it didn't.
No. My mentality coming into real estate is I have no plan B. That's just that was. I told you before, I'm an entrepreneur. I like to hit it hard, and make sure that I make success out of whatever it is I decide to do. So real estate was no different. Year 1 and year 2 is exactly the same. Year 2 and now year 3 is exactly the same. What does that mean? 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Hit it, get up in the morning, you're at work. You will come across, unfortunately, a lot of very lazy realtors, which is why the average realtor makes only about $30,000 a year. So, at $5,000 per transaction, that's 5 transactions a year. It's like, I don't want to make $30,000 a year. I mean, that's good. I'm not knocking it. A lot of people live on that, and God bless them for that. But I want to make a heck of a lot more than that, right? And so those are my own personal goals. And so then my attitude has to match that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't say, well, I want to be a millionaire, but you're working 3 hours a day.
Work like 20 hours a week or something.
And that's unfortunately what you have available to you as a realtor, because you're building your own business and you build it at your own pace. No one's calling you, no one's pushing you. I mean, your mentor can only push you and mentor you so much. You have to have that inside. You're the driving force. Yeah, exactly.
We want to go about this we just want to see what you think about it. The way we want to go about it is, and doesn't necessarily mean that this is the right way. That's why we want to check with you. We want to brand ourselves as a couple and work most of the time together on the same clients and everything, but in the brokerage run individual, so we can make more rev share, we can make more money. One of us will be under the other, so we'll still make money off of the other person, because it's all going to the same pool. Doesn't matter. But as a brand, as an entity, we want to run as a self-organized team. This way, when we're meeting with clients or anything, we go under whatever name, like the strange couple or whatever. Whatever it is, we believe, and again, this is where the misconception might be, that especially dealing with people, not all of them, but mostly families, it's better to, or it's
portrayed
an
as a
edge.
couple.
Yeah, exactly. It's an edge to be portrayed as a couple.
I think it's very smart of you to work that way. I wish my wife was a realtor to be able to have the opportunity to, because there are so many things. This thing is about to fall off. There are so many things that require a lot of your time when it comes to documentation, research, that kind of thing. It'd be so good to have that person in your case. You have such a great advantage over the realtor that graduates with you from real estate school and passes his exam, because you have each other to bounce off ideas, and to help each other. Like, here, can you take care of that, or can you make that appointment for me and let me go do this other thing? Versus a single agent, solo agent that's just you're on your own. So what I do is I hire a transaction coordinator. So all of my paperwork, what I do is initially with a client is I will meet the client, I will show them the homes, get the minimal paperwork like IABS, wire fraud warning done, and I'll begin to show them homes. And once we submit an offer and the offer is accepted, from that point forward, I send that executed contract to my transaction coordinator, and from that point forward, she's got all of the documentation until we close. Every addendum, every amendment, everything that needs to get done, every checklist that needs to get done, the transaction coordinator does it. That's basically who you have in each other. I have to pay for that because I don't have someone that'll do it for me. I don't want to bog down the realtors that are with me to do paperwork for me, because I want them to go out there and get their own deals. So if I were to do all the paperwork myself, I'm basically limiting myself to being a $10 per hour person. So I can pay $10 an hour, for example. I don't know, it costs me $300 or $350 per transaction to hire a transaction coordinator. So I'll pay them $300 or $350 to handle that transaction. But when you kind of break it down, it's about a $10 an hour job. So if I'm doing all the paperwork for every transaction that I'm doing, and if I want to make a lot of money, that means I got a lot of transactions going on. I'm cutting my day in half, because I'm serving clients for half a day, and the rest of the day I'm doing tons of paperwork. Tons of paperwork. And every contract, you'll find out, has a lot of moving pieces. You think you're done with it, and all of a sudden there's another amendment, there's another request, there's another something that comes up. And so it's just so much easier to be able to turn to someone like in your case, and just, hey, can you take care of that amendment for me? Let me talk to this other client. And you help each other out that way, both ways, versus a solo agent.
Okay.
So we're on the road trip. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's discuss mentoring. So what kind of style do you have as a mentor?
I am as available as my mentee wants me to be available. Again, going back to everyone's built differently.
Yeah.
So I respect that. If you want to talk every day, let's talk every day. I want to meet with my mentees minimum once a week. If it's not in person, then it's going to be on Zoom. Yeah, and we're going over contracts, and we're looking at this, we're looking at that. The mentorship program is made out so that the mentor actually walks you through the entire process 3 times in a row, and then you graduate from the mentorship program. So that means that we are talking about from A to Z, everything in between. So from the time I think I'm going to go talk to this client, okay, this is how you talk to them, this is what you're going to do. I'll either go with you or not go with you, depending on how you feel comfortable, through getting the contract signed, getting the negotiations, all the showings, everything from A to Z to the very end. I'm very hands-on if the mentee wants me to be very hands-on. If they don't want me to be hands-on, I'm still going to be hands-on, but from a distance. So what I'll do is, like, for example, we have another system called SkySlope. SkySlope is where you upload all of your documents so that they can be reviewed by the broker, right? So I have access to your SkySlope, and I can see, okay, you guys got this house under contract a week ago, and I can go into your system and say, you haven't done any of the documents, guys. You got to do this one or this one. They're required. You got to get them done. So I can be on you in that sense. And then, are you having a problem with that document? All right, let's dissect it. Let's get on it. What do you have a problem with? And let me explain it to you and how it works and how to fill it out.
Yeah.
So I'm respectful of the other person. So if it were up to me, I in my own mind, I wish everybody had the drive I have, but that's me.
Yeah.
I wish everybody would want to make it not just a good business, but a fantastic business, to be like, wow, man, I've made so much money. I've helped so many people. I've got a lot of referrals coming in. It's not about how many transactions, but how many families I've helped get into this thing, because the more concrete type of relationships you have with your clients, the better you're going to be, and the better they're going to be, because they're not going to be clients anymore. They're going to become your friends.
Yeah.
So
rapport.
Yeah. So I can give you multiple clients right now that have sent me not only their own personal referrals, but referrals from referrals.
Yeah.
And where one transaction led to 7 different transactions.
Yeah.
I can name it right now. It happens. Why? Because I don't see it as a client, a number. Okay, we're done. Thank you. Bye. And we're done. I want to stay in contact, and I do. I stay in contact with them. Once a year, I hold an annual party for my clients. Just a client appreciation party. Everything's free on me. Okay, so if I can make 6 figures.
Well, they helped you make that.
Absolutely.
So you just pay for it.
Absolutely.
Pay for it and give it back. That's
So
smart.
if a night out is going to cost me $1,000 or $5,000, but I made $100,000.
Exactly. Makes
I'll
sense.
spend $5,000.
Yeah.
And you know what? And they're going to love it. Like, oh, Mark's party's coming up.
And they're going to remember you.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It's
Free
tax
food,
deductible.
free drinks, hang out. Yeah.
Tax deductible too.
Exactly. It's tax deductible. You're doing it for your clients.
exactly.
But what I'm getting to is that it leads to that. Instead of saying, man, well, I closed my house 5 years ago and the realtor never called me back.
Yeah.
That's not me. I stay in contact with them.
Smart.
Yeah. You have one big choice right now. I mean, obviously you've already made up your mind you're going to go into real estate, right?
Yes.
We're starting
Yeah.
school in November.
Right. Okay. I think you're at a very crucial point in deciding who you're going to go with, not only with brokerages, but also who's going to be your mentor / sponsor. And I'd recommend that you do whoever that person is, make them both.
Yes.
If they're not, now I will say this: if that person that you decide you like as a sponsor is not a certified mentor, to me that would be a red flag. Like, why is this guy not mentoring? Why is he not pouring out into other people? So I think it's a very crucial time for you to really take a step back and take everything into consideration and say, who am I going to commit to? Because now you can come into EXP and be there a month and leave, you know, but then you got to start all over again somewhere else. You can leave the brokerage, you can leave your mentor, your sponsor, but you're wasting time.
Yeah.
So you want to, as you start school, you want to start letting everybody know that you're starting school. Get the word out there. I'm starting real estate school. In X amount of weeks, I plan to be done and have my license. That way the word starts getting out. Oh man, you know what? We've been thinking about selling our house and we'll probably be ready by summer of next year. Perfect. I'm your guy. I'm your gal. Call me because I'll be licensed by then.
Yeah.
I got my first deal before I graduated. I already had a listing before I ever even graduated. I might have told you that. So yeah, my advice to you right now is get the word out and think really hard about who it is you're going to pick, and make sure in your mind there is no doubt, like this is 100%. Because if you have a little doubt, oh, we should have gone this or maybe that way, I'm on the fence, then, I mean, you can be on the fence right now. What I'm saying is when it comes to making the decision, don't go back and say, I'm going to do this, but I'm kind of still thinking this other way. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like making the decision to go into real estate. You can't be like, well, then, okay.
Right.
Do you have anything to tell the people watching this?
Who's your audience?
People that are looking into
Like
becoming
us.
real estate like us, couples out there, especially couples, because that's why we're doing it. We didn't find anything on YouTube.
We're trying
Couples
to
going
create
through
what
the
we
journey.
didn't find.
Yeah. So, new real estate agents, people who are interested in it, people who are interested in EXP.
I think probably to summarize everything that I've said, if you're looking to become a realtor, think of it as your own business. Treat it as your own business. It's not a job that you have to go to. This is a business that you have to build for you and your family and your future. Don't have a plan B. If you're going to do it, just do it and do it all the way, and don't give yourself an out, because you know yourself, you're going to take that exit door whenever it's convenient. So when things become inconvenient and uncomfortable, rather than having that exit door, you look around and say, no, this is what I decided to do, and this is what I decided I'm going to have success in, and I'm going to do it. And when you have that mentality, you're going to get there. 3 is have your goal. What is your first year's goal? Where do you want to get to, realistically? And I would push yourself. So let's say you're used to making $50,000 a year, right? And you tell yourself, well, I'd be okay with 30. You're already excusing yourself.
Selling yourself
Right, yeah, you're selling yourself short, so you might as well say, you know what, I want to make at least what I'm making where I'm at right now, and not to have a boss breathing down my neck telling me when I can go to vacation, when I can't, and when I can go to lunch and when I can, and I have to ask, to go to the restroom, and if my break was too long, they're going to complain, or I have to go report to HR. Forget all that crap. Have a plan and say, okay, I want to make X amount of dollars by the end of the year, and then reverse engineer that. What does it take? If an average home is going to make you $5,000 a year, how many homes do you have to sell to get to that amount? And then work that plan. So if you missed a month or two or whatever, or things are a little slow, you just keep working, keep grinding. Don't get your foot off the pedal, so that you can get to that ultimate goal. And like I said a little while ago, even if you fall short, in your mind, you know what, I gave it my all. I didn't get the result, but I have no reservations about me being lazy and I could have done more. No, you gave it your all. And that's only going to set you up for success on year number 2. And in year number 2, even if you didn't hit your goal in year number 1, I would push yourself even more in year number 2 to say, okay, maybe I didn't make the 50,000, but I'm going to push myself in year number 2 to make 75,000. So that way, okay, you've already got a year worth of experience and some deals, and now you use those deals and those relationships that you've already built to help you get into referrals for year number 2. Give it your all. Go 100%.
Awesome.
Great.
And are you okay with people contacting you?
Yeah.
We're going to leave your information in the bottom.
Yeah.
So,
On Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube, we'll put your info and stuff like that.
My name is Marc Longoria. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Number is 210-262-7815.